Hey, hey, level B. How was weekend? How you doing? Um, so this week you are gonna be entered into a drawing if you pick up your packet, una rifa, a raffle, kind of. You have to pick up your packet. You have to send me some examples of completed work during the week. Like you can text it, you can email it, and then you also have to come to the Zoom on Thursday. And if you can't because you're working or something, tell me and I'll come up with something else that you can do. So those are the three things that you can do to get entered into our raffle for our prize. Okay. So we've been talking about present simple and present continuous. All right. I think we've got all of the, you know how to do it. I think we can do that. So now we're going to talk one more week about the usage of those two verb tenses because there are some verbs that you don't put into present continuous even if it's happening right now. So that's what we're going to talk about and practice this week. It's called stative verbs. And I don't know if any of you watched that video last week about me where I checked the answers and I kind of like explained why. If you like that, please let me know and I can do that. Or like if you don't understand one specific question, you can like text me and say, hey, could you make a video real quick on number 4 today or whatever. Okay. So I want you to know and I want you to be able to ask questions. So if you check your answers and you're like, I don't understand why this is right and this is wrong, then I can make a video. Okay. So let's start on verbs, stative verbs. Y'all are so fancy because even English speakers, like if you asked any English speaker, like my husband or Miss Cecile, they wouldn't know what this is. So you're going to learn it. All right, so this is the first page in your packet, right? It's the first page in your packet, and these are our notes that we're going to use to learn about stative verbs, okay? So let's just go ahead and read up here. These are some verbs. There are some verbs that we usually do not use in the present progressive. That's present progressive can also be present continuous, okay? These verbs are not action verbs. They are called non-progressive or stative. That's the verb that I'm going to use this week. Stative verbs. Okay. So, for example, we say Robin loves her job, right? So, one of the ways to think about stative verbs is, you know, the game, it's called charades. This. Charades. It's where like someone acts out something. So like, okay, what am I doing? I'm waving, right? I'm waving, I'm acting it out. What am I doing? Eat. Okay, so that's charades. It's where you have to act and like it's action verbs. So stative verbs are ones where it's really hard to act it out. So if I said, okay, Maria, show me love, right? I mean, you could do this, whatever, but like, love your job. Show me love your job. It's hard to do that one. Or show me need. You need help. Show me. Like, it's just hard to act it out. They're not really action words. They're just like things that are a state, un estado, a state of being, right? We just like things that we feel, things that are. It's not an action word. It's not something that you can like draw a picture of. Okay? So that's stative verbs. Okay, so we say Robin loves her job, right? Even if we're talking about right now, it wouldn't be Robin is loving her job, okay? Or the children need help. So even if it's like right now, the children need help, we don't say the children are needing help. We do not put it into the present continuous. We just keep it in the present simple. Okay? So this category you can see is feelings and emotions. Like, love, hate, prefer, want, need, all those usually are staying in the they usually stay in the present simple. Present simple. Okay? So the next one is mental states. So these are how you feel, and this is how like your mind is. So think, believe, understand, seem, forget, remember, know, mean. So Regis understands his wife. So even if they're talking right now, we don't usually say Regis is understanding his wife. No, we just keep it in the present simple. All right? So the same here. I think that Donald Trump will lose the election. I believe that everyone should have access to health care. Okay? So even though I think those things right now, I believe them right now, I'm not saying I am believing that everyone should have access to health care. No. You say believe. Okay, so the next one is senses. So hear, see, smell, taste, feel, sound. Sound. So anything that has to do with like how you are like your like how you're sensing things in the world around you. Okay? So, and you are going to have so much practice this week, you'll get it. Okay? If you don't understand it right this second, you will get it by Thursday. I promise you. All right. So look, Regis hears the telephone. So the telephone is ringing. The telephone is ringing, right? Ringing is a verb, an action verb. I hear the telephone. I don't say I'm hearing the telephone. No. We don't say that. Okay? So see, I see you. See is not really, it's not really an action verb. That's why we watch TV or we look at a book, right? We don't say I see the TV. I am seeing the TV. No. I am watching cuz watching is like actively looking and see is just like I'm not trying to see right now. I just see. I just see. Okay? All right. So the last one is possession. So these are things that possession, well, you know possession, belong, own, or have. So we usually just keep these in the present present simple. Robin and Regis own a house. Okay? They own a house. So those are some stative verbs. So you have to think about like, is it really an action that's being done or is it just talking about a state? Like a state of being. Un estado de ser. I think that's how you say it. Okay. So there are some stative verbs that you can use in the present progressive, but they have a different meaning. Okay. So here's simple present. So I think you're a good student. So here think means believe, right? Like I like a routine, just like we talked about present simple, like it's something that I think a lot. I think you're a good student. All right. And then this one, I'm thinking about you now. Like I'm literally thinking about Maria, right? I'm thinking about Maria. So in the present simple, you're just saying, I think, right? I think so. Yeah, like if someone says, hey, is Cecile here today? I can say, yeah, I think so. I'm not like, ooh, I'm thinking yes. No, I don't have to think about it that hard, right? It's just like, I think so. Yes. Okay, so I have two cars. Have here means possess, so it's talking about possession. All right. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. So here it can describe the experience, right? It's not like you possess, you own the good time. So we also say things like oh, you can't see. I'm having a baby. Okay. So in this case, you're talking about something that's happening like now or in the near present. And so it has a different meaning than this, right? It doesn't mean I own a baby. That's not what that means. I'm having it's like in process, it's an experience. I'm having a good time. Okay. So the next one, this soup, ugh, taste. Okay, this is ridiculous. I don't know how this goes in Spanish, actually. Maybe you can tell me on Thursday. All right, so this soup tastes delicious. So here, the verb taste means it has a delicious flavor. So can the soup do an action verb? The soup can't jump. The soup can't sleep. The soup can't do the Macarena, right? Like it can't do anything. So taste here is a stative verb. It's not talking about an action that the soup is doing. It's just the soup is. It's like the soup is delicious. The soup tastes delicious. It's a state of being for the soup. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So this one, I'm tasting the soup. So look at, we have a contraction here, which is I am. So this is present continuous. So taste here means the action of putting soup in one's mouth, right? So this one, I could act out in charades, right? Like if I have a bowl of soup, right? Like I'm tasting the soup. It's an action. That was an action. So you can put it in present continuous, but it changes the meaning. So the soup tastes good is different than I'm tasting the soup. The verb has a different meaning because one is stative and one is action. It sounds confusing, but I think you're going to get it. Okay? So if you don't understand that at all, I've included some other things for you. Okay? So here's a whole list. Oh, wait. Actually, I can show you here. Here's a whole list of stative verbs. Okay? You can, if you want to just like get some vocabulary practice, you can divide them into thoughts, feelings, senses, measurement, and possession. If you don't want to do that, totally fine because I put it over here. Like here's the answers to that. Here's another section where you can read. Okay. That will give you some more examples of like the difference between stative and action verbs. Okay, so that's for Monday. Oh, I was going to show you. So this is the stative verb maze. So what you do, you don't have to watch the video. You are watching a video right now. So enter maze here. Follow the squares which are grammatically correct. So, and you want to get to the exit. Okay. So you start. Let me zoom out. So you start here and you want to get here. All right. So I realize it's a difficult situation. That's correct, right? We don't say I am realizing. No, I realize it's a difficult situation. So then your options are to go here. I'm having a shower every morning. If it's every morning, would we use present continuous? I'm having? No, we wouldn't. Every morning we're going to use present simple. So I have or I take. This is British, so they say have a shower. We would say take. I'm taking a shower. I take a shower every morning. So this one, I wish I could sing. Is this correct? Is this correct? I wish I could sing. Yes, this one's correct. Okay. So now you can go here or here. So you have to choose which one's correct. And so you just keep doing that until you get here. All right, so that's that one. This one, you're going to complete the sentences using present simple or present continuous. Make sure that you look at this one. Think, like, are we going to say am thinking? No, think is really a stative verb in this case, right? So just pay attention to that. And then if you need more help tomorrow, this is Tuesday, here's another explanation with a lot of really good examples. So those are some things that you can use if you don't understand it all, which is fine. And let me know, and I can always do another video, or I don't know. We'll figure it out, okay? If you don't get it. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Send me pictures of your work, and I will see ya. Have a good week. Okay, so really quickly, I want to show you this is a game. There's several different things that you can do. So you're going to say whether you think the verb is dynamic, like active, or stative. So if you play the game, so you can do play, or you can do, let's look at study first. Okay, so you think too much. So is that an active verb? Like, is someone saying you think too much as an action, or is it a stative verb? So you have to decide what it is. So it's a dynamic verb. You think too much. It's not telling like just something that you think. It's saying you think too much. You eat too much. You jump too much. So it's dynamic. Okay, so then you could say, woo, I got it. All right. So taste the pasta and add more salt if you like. So is that a static or an action verb? Okay. Static or action? What do you think? Taste the pasta and add more salt. It's a dynamic verb. It's action. Taste. Put the pasta in your mouth and see if you like it. Right? If it was something like, oh, this pasta tastes bad, then that would be static. But this is telling you it's action. All right. Let's do here, this one. I often smell the flowers. I often smell the flowers. Is that dynamic or stative? What do you think? It is dynamic. It's an action verb, right? You're smelling. You're smelling the flowers, right? You bend your nose down and you breathe in the flowers. So that's a dynamic action verb. All right, this one, look at this one. This cheese smells horrible. This cheese smells horrible. Is the cheese like putting its nose down and going, no, this is a stative verb. A stative verb, okay? So this is just an opportunity for you to practice. And so if you want to do, that's the study mode. You can do the play mode. It's pretty much the same. Sure. So it's pretty much the same. Here. So if you look carefully, you can just see the C. If you look carefully, you can just see the C. What do you think? Is it active or stative? Dynamic. It's an action verb. You're looking, right? You're looking actively at this very carefully so you can see the C. Okay, good. So that's one of your online activities for the day. I hope that helped a little bit. I thought the website was a little confusing, but I like it because it's not just like fill in the blank. So good luck, and I'll see you later.